Sometimes a sexy character can add an important element to a film, but sometimes we just have to ask, is it really necessary?
We all know many examples of women being objectified on the big screen, but how many of us acknowledge the effect that men being objectified on screen can have on us?
There are many recent examples of men's body image being exploited in the media.
Hello, Mr. Gorgeous. On behalf of all the women everywhere, thank you very much for those topless scenes. They were wonderful.
With big blockbuster films such as Captain America Civil War being filled to the brim with macho role models who are at their physical peak, do we ever think of the effect that this is having on young males who believe that to have a figure such as this is the way to success? I believe that this is a direct link to the rise in gym memberships, supplement usage, and the gym culture within Australia, and also the rapid growth of steroid use amongst males in recent years. I believe this is a direct link from the disorder known as muscle dysmorphia, which is sometimes called bigorexia or megarexia. It is a body dysmorphic disorder that is grouped with other eating disorders such as anorexia or orthorexia. Muscle dysmorphia affects mostly males by being an obsessive preoccupation via the exaggerated belief that an individual's own body is too small, or rather insufficiently muscular, although in most cases the individual's body is normal or exceptionally large.
So let's start off with that, because what did it take to get in shape for this role?
Took a lot of hard work.
As Henry Cavill states in his interview on playing the role of Superman in the film Superman, Man of Steel, to look the way he does is a lot of hard work, and a lot of young males struggle with the idea of not looking as impressive as he does, or putting in the time it takes to look that way.
I worked for 5 months previous to the movie, and then 6 months during, an hour every morning during shooting, and in pre-production 2 hours every day of a variety of different workouts and different caloric intakes depending on what I was doing.
With a lot of the role models for young males nowadays being movie stars, TV series characters, and bodybuilders, there is a larger focus being put in the entertainment industry on larger, more built males, with shows such as Game of Thrones and the WWE exploiting the male figure. Klaus Stott, a professional bodybuilder with years of experience, now tells his story, which started at a similar age to many males who are now joining gyms in Australia.
Back in the mid-90s is when I first started going to the gym. I was like about 69 kilos. Just, wanted to have that nice chest, that nice shoulders, a bit of abs. And then after time kept on going on, I used to see guys that used to come in that were bigger. Everything just looked bigger chest. And I just saw, like how people used to look at them. And, so then from there I just went, wow, I wanted to look like these guys. So then I started training harder, eat more, and after years went by, I saw like guys were just getting bigger and bigger, and the impression that it used to leave on me, it was like incredible. Just, everyone used to stop and look at them train, and I thought, that's how I wanted to become. But as years went on, obviously kept on training, kept on eating, and I was getting bigger and bigger. Obviously then getting to a point where I was eating a lot more than the average person, lifting a lot more, and people used to give me comments, oh gee, you're looking really big. And for me, I never used to believe it. I thought it was just a compliment. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was just still that skinny sort of person, but yet other people used to think like differently. So and now, like I'm 39 years old, and I'm been, on and off the gym for the last 20 odd years, and I still want to get bigger, still lifting heavier weights. So for me, I'm still not satisfied, and I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. And most people who I've trained with and been in that industry for like as long as what I've been are all exactly the same. We all want to get bigger, and when weight is too big, you know what I mean? It's just not such thing.
This quest to get ever bigger and the need for quick results has led to the incredible rise of gym supplements, gimmicks, and anabolic steroids within the ever-growing gym culture of Australia. This has led to young males going about their training in a detrimental fashion, with steroid use from a young age, whilst not thinking about the long-term effects that such a decision can have on the body.
So my biggest thing would be is You know, if you see those guys on the magazines or you see the actors and they look the part, there is no easy fix. The most important thing is to train hard, eat very clean, you know, do a lot of research, do a lot of background work on your eating habits, you know, and just really, you know, be, how can I say, just be really dedicated into what you do. Put 100% in what you're doing, what you want to achieve. Set yourself a goal, a realistic goal, and trying to achieve that. You know, don't think, oh, look, I want to be 120 kilos and look like this. And when you're 60 kilos, you know, like set yourself, I want to be 70 kilos, I want to look like that. You know, and then, you know, work at that. And once you've got to that weight, then you jump up to how you want to look. You know, so, and the biggest thing you do is just always remember your health. Because while you're young, you know, you can take a lot of things, but when you get older, you know, you have kids, you know, you're going to have a wife and things like that. These are the things that a lot of the young kids don't, which even me when I was younger, you don't think about. And, you know, if, that can come back and bite you. So for me, it's just persistence and just stick to your goals and be realistic.